Guys, Burnt Out Culture is back once again with some stuff. That's probably a bit too loud, that, isn't it? Is it? This were part of the 4-game freebie PlayStation thing. It's at Abzu. It's just like Journey, I think. It's just another version of Journey underwater. That's all. Relaxing. That's about it. And that, very disappointed with it. We'll get to that in a minute. There's no music unless you're actually in gameplay, but I'll come to that. Right, so we've got a little selection of stuff to go through. Not massive amount, but we'll go through it anyway. I'm always conscious of it piling up in my little pigeonholes at Kallax. Running out of space, so nothing started getting packed away as yet. So that's probably still going to happen. But I've put it off for now a little bit. Don't know where that dog is. We've no kids at the moment. Hang on. He's laid on his little bed out there. We might get interrupted if we do. Okay, so where should we start? I bought another fucking book. But it's only a cheaper, well, in comparison to the bitmap books anyway, but I need to stop buying specky books as well. I've got too many now. But this came up, I think it were a tenner. They sell it on Amazon. I think it's 25 quid. Yeah, 25 quid for this version because they call it the deluxe edition. The only difference is between the standard version and this. The deluxe version is the little screenshots are in colour in this, and that's about it, I think. Got this for a tenner on eBay. It's brand new, so I thought, fuck it, I'll get it. It's the ultimate guide to games for the ZX Spectrum. And it's only, I mean, look at the thickness of it. Look at the size of the screenshots. Okay, you know, and that is only A to G. So it gives you a little bit of, insight into just how many games there are for Specky, which is one of the main reasons why I collect it. I mean, there's even got the first few in here, like Cyrillic Russian language titles, which you're never gonna play, but I mean, yeah, no, it's right enough for a tenner. Sound tiny screenshots, so I must say. My eyes aren't getting that any better as I'm getting older, so yeah. But another book, another Spectrum book. These next few Specky games I've got between a couple of guys on that Sinclair for sale on Facebook. Big sellers on there. Real big sellers on there. Talking to one of them, he's just got thousands of games. Absolutely thousands. And apparently all he's doing is just having a bit of a clear, sort of clear out. He's not selling up, he's just clearing like his excess. Oh, jeez. So I don't know who sold me which, but between them, I think most of them were either Mike Pibworth or Martin Cutting. I think Martin Cutting's got his brother sells on there as well. Can't remember what his brother's called, but they both sell on there. But these ones I got were either from Mike Pibworth or Martin Cutting. The first one don't work. Don't fucking work. I don't know if it's my machine or what. Oh, it's got. That's the thing with Specky. It's quite a fragile loading process, shall we say? And you know what? That's the bottom line. 35 plus whatever years old software just sometimes won't work. It's as simple as that. And you'll never get to work. But even then, like I've said in the past, even then, beyond that, if you've got a game that don't work, it's still nice to have just the boxes. You know, you've got to, like I said, you've got to remember how old it is. Anyway, this game, never heard of it before. It looks like a low budget game. Apparently, I didn't know it's a pack includes 16-page comic. This doesn't, so it's missing the comic. It's called The Secret Armour of Antriad. Never heard of it. Not a Scooby-Doo. I think it were a £5, but it just don't load. It basically goes the full length, and just as it's about to start, it just crashes and goes back to, to the switch on screen sort of thing. Just completely reboots itself. But I give it another couple of goes. So it's a shame though. Not to worry. This one now, I said before, I'm a sucker for golf games on any form. I hate golf, playing golf, but weirdly enough, I like watching it on TV, and I like golf games. But I hate playing. I mean, yeah, all right. I'm a lefty, so growing up, it was difficult. It was difficult to get decent left-handed clubs when I grew up. So I think that put me off. But don't get me wrong, I did have my own set and I tried for a bit, but they were just shocking at it, and I didn't particularly enjoy it. But like I say, I do actually like playing golf games on anything. I love golf games. So we've got 2 here on Specky. I think one of them I remember playing. Anyway, I mean one of them's well known anyway, and it's probably best golf game on Spectrum by a mile, and it's world class leaderboard. I know a few of you'll definitely have played that. Any Spectrum fans will have played that. I think that's essentially widely regarded as the best Spectrum golfing game. Is that were peanuts? That were like fucking, I don't know, a couple of quid delivered that. It's a double tape is that as well. Quite a big game. I think you load up, 3 full courses, and then you've got to remember it's like Spectrum, and then you load. If you can beat them, there's like a 4th course I think that you can load up. But looking forward to having another bash on that. And this one I don't think I've played. It's quite a common one, Konami, and it's Konami Golf. I just love the artwork on stuff like this. So, but another one of the Konami sort of double dual cassette boxes, if you like. So that's another one to knock off the list. What else did we get? Now, all right. I mean, this. I know Dave Birdsall fucking hates Dizzy, but this game, I'm telling you now, this Dizzy game, the best in the series anyway, by a country mile. Don't care what anyone says. But this game, I put so much time and effort in, and I don't know if I've said it before. It's one of the only games, Spectrum games, I've actually completed ever. I thought I had it. I looked high and low for it. Didn't have it. Just can't find it, so I've had to buy it again. It's a fantastic Treasure Island Dizzy. It's fantastic. I had this on the Amiga as well. Even better on Amiga because obviously you've got like full colour, better music, everything. But yeah, the Spectrum version, this is defo the best in the series. But if you don't like the the rolling egg, then it don't make any difference. It still shoots through. But no, I love it. I've always loved Dizzy games. So chuffed to get that back in. Now this one, I think this one is another one I got off. Like I say, either Martin Cutting or Mike. I can't remember which it was. This one goes for quite decent money. I'm not saying it's super scarce, but it's a damn sight more scarce than all them lot anyway. A lot of these, as you know, with stuff like these Sinclair for sale, these sort of sales things on Facebook, you've got to boom. You know the way Facebook updates, you don't always you know, they don't always drop right time. So it's, I don't know how it works. Sometimes I get the update quick when someone puts a post on. Sometimes I don't. I just miss more than I see. But for some whatever reason, boom, I landed. This just came and I went, yes, I'm having that. And within seconds of me putting the comment in, there were loads of people trying to get it, and I didn't realise at the time how scarce, or how sought after, I should say, it is. Probably not scarce, how sought after it is. And I don't know why, because it's absolutely terrible game. Fantastic movie, terrible game, and it's Highlander by Ocean. It takes forever to load, for starters. I don't know if you can see that. It's got a whacking great, tape mass to load up there. And it's just an appalling fighter. It really is. I don't know if you can see that screenshot. It's terrible graphics, sluggish as hell, balls horrific hard. It's one of the, where you're dead within seconds. And I mean, I know, yeah, all right, I know I'm shite on games in general, but this is fucking appalling. We get this, so I mean, this is hilarious. Hints on swordplay. So it just, it tells you. I mean, look at the illustrations of the guy. Atrocious. But nevertheless, for some whatever reason, it's quite a sought after title as this by Ocean. I'm sure Paul, Mr. Bads, will let me know if I've done all right there. Anyway, I think obviously we're letting it on the groups. It was a decent price. I forget now, tenner. But I think when I looked on eBay, it can go for like 40 quid. This, fuck knows why. It's a shocking game. Anyway, it's in the collection. And the last game, which is that, I had really high hopes for it, and racking my brain whether I can't believe I've never played it. I think I had it on the Hit Squad. I haven't got it anymore. When I flogged all my Hit Squads ages ago, I definitely had it on Hit Squad. But when I played it, absolutely shite. New Zealand Story. Love the game. Absolutely love the game. Mega. Played it on Mega Drive as well. It's even good on Mega Drive, Japanese Mega Drive. Love the game, the arcade version, but this, it's again a mammoth to load, multi-load even at 128k, and it's the scrolling. Oh, the scrolling's just terrible. You can see, but we'll have a quick game. If you can see that. Might be too glare. Sorry about the glare and flick and all the rest of it. It's, watch how it, see how it's one of them where it screen sort of, you have to get to the end of the screen before. Yeah, terrible, man. I was really disappointed because I was reading the review in one of them your Sinclairs, and it was sort of like saying it's good. No, it's not. It's bloody awful. Yeah. Compounded by my shite gameplay. But anyway, dual case, Ocean title, beautiful artwork on the box. Boom, it's in the collection. Think I paid a £5 for this? No, it's not a dear game. Not a dear game by any stretch. What was this one? Right, so this one was a PS1 game. So if you remembered in my last video, I got, look at that. Oh. Bloody hell. I got Allied General, which transpires is a sequel. So that was SLES 00417, which was, I thought that was quite an early title, which is actually a sequel to the original Panzer General, which I've got, and that's SLES 00041. So this is well early. Very, very similar games. I just wish I had the time, it's one of them, into these strategy ones, you fucking take your life up, don't it? Just playing it. And the thing is with this, yeah, the whole of that manual's in English. The whole of it. So much, yeah, nah. Not gonna have, maybe in the next life. Maybe in the next life. Yeah, it's alright. Not that many copies, weirdly enough. Page tenner, I think, tenner. But got them both now. Nice to have a little, I suppose it's the smallest mini fucking subset ever, that, isn't it? So yeah, cool. I'll show them there for now. These two were, so these couple of games now, these PS2 games, both of them, right, are very sort of less well known, as standalone games. I'm talking shit, Matt. Put your fucking brain in gear and get your point across properly. Right, I'll start again. These two games, they're very similar to other games with the huge franchises, yeah? And these are basically copies, in effect. I don't know if they came before or after, I'm not sure, but they're very, very similar in playability, but they're both better, in my opinion, quite a bit better than the more, far, far, far more well-known counterparts. The first one here, peanuts of a game and all, like a couple of quid, Heat Seeker. Now, I'm not saying identical, but it's extremely similar to Ace Combat. Now, on the PS2, I think there were about at least 3, if not 4 different Ace Combats, which are good, but I'll tell you what, this is a much more enjoyable game. It really is. I mean, don't get me wrong, I love Ace Combat. I've got Ace Combat 7 on PS4. It's on there now. I actually do like Ace Combat on PS2, but this is even better. So if you've never played it, just try it. If it's your bag, if it's not, then fair enough. But couple of quid game this, and it's actually a fair few people rate it. Definitely do. Similar with this, so Red Dead Redemption, which I love Red Dead as a franchise, but this on PS2 were better, and it's Gun. Very similar again, but some really, really unique mechanics in this game. Again, super cheap, couple of quid. Brilliant game. Vastly underrated. Fantastic game is that. So I just thought I'd share that with you. This one here, moving away from games just for a second. I got off Lee Thornley. I think it'll have been off Retro Realm. I think it was. And did have them back in the day. I can't remember which one I had. I'm guessing it'll have been just a plain black one. But I've wanted this colourways, if you like, for absolutely ages. And you know what? It's come through. It's absolutely beautiful. It was a bit dusty, but I've cleaned it up. Absolutely beautiful. And it's Cruiser. So the green, pink, yellow one. Fantastic condition. Super stiff. I think they were anyway. They were always... I always preferred Competition Pros, if I'm honest, to these back in there, but yeah. And I know Cine Steve's got a full set of these, and I was saying, I think it was showing he had them all lined up, and I think the clear, I'm always a sucker for clear, transparent shit. So, but yeah, I think the clear one is the one if if I were to get another one, I'd get. But yeah, no, well happy with that. Lee, I'm sure Lee don't watch his channel, but thanks, mate. Thank you. Came through a gem, did that one. And the last thing I'm going to show you is my beginning item, my foray into Super Famicom. It started. The only thing I haven't got for this is so apparently my Game Vault are out of stock for Super Famicom protection, box protectors at the moment. I think he said they're not getting any until May, beginning of May. So I'll have to, but I'll definitely want to get some of them. But it's Magic Sword. Great platformer, this. I showed a few at guys when I first got it on, and brilliant game. If you ever play, I mean, I don't know how I came around to actually purchasing this. Fuck knows. Probably either seen a review or saw it and something and just went on eBay, probably half cut and chucked a bid on and got it. I think I paid, wasn't a lot, 15 quid. Honest copy, as Stu would say. We've got a bit of, don't need any ironing. And just actually, Stu, I've just your box repair video just dropped today, so I know I'd mentioned a few weeks ago, didn't I, to you about ironing boxes and stuff. So I'll definitely give that a watch. But I don't think this needs it. Definitely, there's no creasing as such anyway. It's just a bit of, honest edgeware. It's complete. Manuel, little baggie, and then the cart. Yeah, so I guess I'm definitely favouring going down the Super Famicom route now as opposed to SNES, mainly due to costs. I just think if I've any chance at all of getting box complete, it's going to be Famicom. So Super Famicom as opposed to SNES. I just can't be portioning that sort of cost to no chance. I've got absolutely no chance. So I'll stick with the Super Famicom, to be honest with you. And there's so much, but it's such a minefield as well. Obviously you've got more chance of getting stuff from Japan, but then you've got the obvious things, the import tax, and they've got to declare it now. They won't mark it down as gift and all that fucking malarkey, and they just won't risk it. And a lot of these Japanese sellers are just not, the communication's very sort of black and white with them, isn't it? Just nope, that's it. They won't sort of like do you any favours as such, is what I've found so far. But there is bargains to be had, and if you can, put up with that shipping time and the import side of it, then that is probably the best route to go down. But there's still plenty of UK sellers to get Super Famicom stuff. I've noticed that, and a lot of the stuff is very reasonable. You've just got to do your research, because obviously a lot of them titles never fucking heard of. What I'm going to do is simply go through through that book that I showed and pick out some, and because it reviews the game and tells you about it and just any that jump out to me. Some of them there just way off the limit, completely off the fucking Richter scale with cost. Like no, not a chance. Looking at what Alien versus Predator, it was like 150 quid. Just no. No, but there's so many. You've got plenty to go at. There's so many reasonably priced ones, so it's worth it. And you've got to admit, hands down, no one's going to debate this because it's undebatable. The fucking box art on Super Famicom is probably, some of the best there's ever been, if not the best. And it just wipes the floor with SNES. So there's no debate in that fact. But obviously you are limited to, you know, games that don't need any sort of text on screen and all the rest of it. So, but I'll build up a nice little collection, I think, over time. I mean, I really fancy that time when I went to Eddie's, because he had boxed Shadowrun. I really fancy that. That's not a cheap game. I think that's getting up to about £100. But I've got a lot of nostalgia for Shadowrun. Like, I used to play it as a role-playing game back in the day. So I might, you know, that's one I might risk, you know, forking out a bit more for. But we'll see how it goes. If I do get SNES, you know, versus Super Famicom, it'll be just loose cart with that. Yeah, like I said before. But, you know, NES and Super Famicom, yeah, I'll try and see how we go with it. Just see how we go. But yeah, great stuff. Loving it. Loving my spec here. Just getting stuff in as and when. No real actual focus anymore. I guess Mega Drive, I've only got about 5 titles that are still on my list to get, and just keeping it at that. You know, won't bother starting buying loads of them. Master System, yeah, I wouldn't mind, to be fair, pushing on with that. PS1, just chipping away as and when. Sort of eased off the pedal a little bit with that, because again, you've got to look at price. You know, it's a bit pricey. PS2, just odd title. Don't really float my boat that much anymore. If I see a bargain, don't get me wrong, I'll get it. Dreamcast, yeah, it's sort of stalled, hasn't it? Dreamcast, I haven't really made it because there's no nostalgia for it. You see, I've never, even none of my mates had a Dreamcast back in the day. I know it's a fabulous machine, and it's got, you know, loads of people sing its praises, and the games are fantastic. Probably best console ever for arcade side, you know, arcade conversions, without a doubt. But I just find it a difficult system to get sort of, you know, collection juices flowing. So I don't know. I just don't know. But yeah, the real focus at the minute is, you know, Spectrum. Like I say, NES, Super Famicom, and Master System, I think, is where it's at the minute for me. That's what I'm collecting. So yeah, that's about it for now. Just for now. So I'll love you and leave you. Thanks for your time. Hope you're enjoying the bank holiday weekend, or what's left of it. It's Saturday evening, early evening at the moment. But yeah, have a good one, guys, and I'll see you soon. Long live the retro.